Hello everyone, today we are taking a look at one of the best phones ever made, Huawei P40 Pro. When it came out 5 years ago, this phone really blew everyone else out of the way. So it came with a flagship 5G processor, it came with a 40 watt charging, 4200 milliamp battery. It came with 90 Hz OLED display, very fast and reliable under display fingerprint, 3D face unlock on the front, and amazing camera setup on the back. Everything else that came that year, it wasn't quite as good, but it had one downgrade. It didn't have Google. So that was the beginning of the end of global domination of Huawei. If only had Google on this, it would be the best-selling phone of all times, believe me. So I've tried every phone, and this one is the best. But hey, it's 2025, and what does that mean? That means that some things have changed. For instance, now you can flash Harmony OS on it, so that's kind of the Chinese version of the software. And then you get what? You get completely working Google services with, of course, working Google Store, where you can just download any app. And you can have completely functional phone in 2025. But how is it for everyday usage? I mean, it is 5 years old hardware. Well, honestly, it's great. So this used to be considered a huge phone, but now when you compare it with some other phones that are available today, it's not that big. It's actually quite small, nice in-hand feel. You have a curved display all around, and that kind of makes it look very modern. And the thing is, you can buy it for like 100 or 150 euros today. So very cheap way to get a very good phone. Now we will take a look at software experience here. So two things I miss on this phone is double tap to sleep. It's not available here. Or swipe down to pull notifications. So what you need to do is go up here and swipe down, and then again to swipe it across. It's not the worst, but I would wish that they kind of implemented just pull down for notification and double tap to sleep. As for the differences between Harmony OS and EMUI, well, everything is much smoother. As you can see, everything is kind of smooth. It works really nicely. You can see here above phone that it is Harmony OS 4.2.0, whatever this rest of the things mean. And here you have a Huawei Kirin 990 5G, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of internal storage. And whatever you throw it, okay, let's say to Chrome. We will go test my Wi-Fi speed. Okay. My Wi-Fi speed is not the best, but our router is really far from me and it's connected really nicely to it. So Wi-Fi still works great. With Bluetooth you can connect your watch. I connect my Huawei watch and it works nicely. I've tried Google Maps navigation last few days, and it really does work quite nicely. So it tracks my location via GPS. I have no problem with signal on it. My card is not in it at the moment, but it works great. Tried few games, everything works nice, but the best thing about this phone is actually its camera. So let's say you go to store and you have 300 euros to buy a phone. What do you buy? You buy maybe Xiaomi Note 13 Pro 5G, you buy Samsung A25, or you go to your local market, where they sell used phones. You buy this one for 150 euros. You spend additional 30 or 40 euros to put Harmony OS on it, and you have better phone than any of those, and you have 100 euros left. Oh, but what about warranty? What about it? I had Huawei phones since P9, so P9, P10, P20, P30, P40, Mate 8, Mate 9, Mate 10, Mate 20, and none of those phones ever needed warranty. Okay, they just are indestructible. They don't break, they don't crash, they don't go to software loops. One thing that does break on them is screen if you drop it really nicely, but then you don't need warranty. Then you need to go to your local repair shop and buy a new display, and that's it. Okay, I'll show you a bit of widgets now here. So you have stacked widgets, and you can swipe them, and you can see it looks really nice. Okay, let's go to the weather forecast. It shows you the weather where I am. Okay, why is it in Fahrenheit? We'll check it here. There we go, Celsius, like normal people use. Okay, let's go back. Nice little animation going back. Look at this. Up. Really nice. Let's go to the Chrome to show you one thing. So if you wanna go out, you just do this, of course. But if you wanna minimize it, you go here and it's minimized. Really nice, really smooth. If you wanna do a dual screen, you minimize it and go here. And then you have a split screen, and let's say, let's open something like gallery. And then you have split screen. It works really nice. So good for you, Huawei. 5-year-old hardware works better than anything that you can buy, let's say, with HyperOS today. As I said before, the biggest plus of this phone is its Leica powered camera. So you have 4 cameras on the back. One is depth of field sensor, and you have this one on the left here. Let me show you. This one on the left. I'm doing this with my Vivo X100 Ultra, recording this. So this is periscope 125 millimeters. So that's around 5x zoom, f3.4 I believe on it. Then you have your main camera. I don't know which one of this, maybe I can see. Let's say it's this one. So it's a 1 over 1.2 inches 1x shooter with optical stabilization, of course. And the last one is ultra wide, and that is cinematic camera. So it's not the normal ultra wide camera. It is shooting in 3:2 ratio, and it's not very wide, but it has f1.8. It's very bright, and it's very nice to use, especially in video. And bear in mind, this came out 5 years ago, and when you compare it to any modern phone, it is still there or even better than them. So I've tried it with Vivo X100 Ultra. You have my video from yesterday. It just blows it away. So yeah, good for you, Huawei. I just hoped they continue making phones, but unfortunately they're not. Look, it's not all perfect. It's 5-year-old hardware. So let's say when we go here in camera, and when we want to use 5x lens, I'll try to show you here. It will take some time for it to switch to 5x. Even if it does switch, you need to pull away. So the newer phones are better at that. So let's go to the 10x, then it switches. Okay, I'll show you now. But when you pull out, it's kind of jerky. It's not the best out there, but hey, it's 5 years old hardware. But when you shoot with it, the results are quite nice. As for the rest of the camera, one thing I've noticed that different than EMUI is in video you can change your resolution here. So 4K 30 or 60 frames per second, 1080p full screen, and you used to have to go to settings to do that. Now it's really here. Also when you're in photos or something, when you need additional settings, you click here And here you can turn on Master AI or stuff like that. Sorry, I'm shooting this out of the hand from my other phone because I haven't found my tripod this morning. I put it somewhere, I have no idea where it is. So yeah, it's personalized experience or review. Also, you cannot not love this monochrome mode on Huawei devices. It's maybe most pleasing mode to shoot from any device. So everything is monochrome, everything is black and white, and it works really nicely. As you can see, Huawei uses its own sharpening method once you shoot something, and that really gives you nice results. Of course, you can use it on aperture, on portrait, in pro mode, and whatever you like. Another great thing about Huawei cameras is light painting modes. I'll show you that as well. You have them here, and of course they work on all lenses, not only on main lens, like let's say on Xiaomi 15 Ultra, where you cannot use those nice zoom lenses to have long exposure modes. Okay, so to wrap this up, 5 years later, still great phone, still king of phones. Would I recommend it for daily usage? Of course, but only if you flash it on Harmony OS and put Google on it, so you can have fully functional phone. It's even a bit smaller than newer phones, bit lighter, bit thinner, so it's much more pleasant to use. And honestly, I would have no problems even today, 2025, to use it as my daily phone. So yeah, thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.